Hi, this is BB. I just took a shower and I was gonna video something, like the shampoo. I have a little bit of Adenorex. What's the next it was not Head and Shoulders. The one it has a citrus smells and a citrus scent, and it's citrus smell. See how my words come out like almost like Guyanese again, because they would say shit like that. Citrus scent. It's citrus scented and it's clear, but now it's yellow. That happens a lot, incidentally. When I buy something, I'm buying clear now, clear liquid, and then eventually it's like an off yellow color. Chlorine gas, chlorine mist, chlorine, I think when you add it, it gets a yellow color. I'm not sure. Yellowish, greenish. They're adding chlorine to it, or chlorine gas or spray or something to it. I'm not sure. But with that, I don't have bleach in my house. So with that being said, I took a shower and there was some like white fuzzy stuff. Like if you take pieces of a cardboard, right, and you soak it, it just very it disintegrated after a while, but it took a while. It's not soap suds. It was a debris of some sort. If these people put that in your body, it'll pile up, and it starts to smell like musty after a while. I look at what's happening when I shower, and my people are coming in here. I know they're coming in here. How they're coming in here, I don't know. It's got to be this closet right here. Maybe all of them have a trap door, and they're coming in through the trap door. If they're in the ceiling, they'll come in through the trap door. I can literally hear when they lower the tanks, like the water tanks, the gas tanks, whatever. They do it for me to hear it. Now, I don't have any jurisdiction outside of this room, right? If I call someone after the fact, you hear somebody you know that they're around your apartment. Management come. Management look out the window, look in the next apartment, look in the they don't see anyone. What is management going to do after the second or third time of not seeing anybody but you're hearing something? Let's get logical. What do you think management is going to do? Management is not going to renew my lease, and they're going to put me out of here. They're going to say they don't want this type of behavior in their building, that something is wrong with her, and it's not going to reflect good on the building itself. Because it'll make them seem like they're not doing their job, or they're letting the wrong kind of people in the building. They might see a lawsuit down the line. So whatever this is, I got to be careful. And they're pushing me to do stuff like that. Because I look around me, I can't see anybody. I can hear it. I know it's being lowered in between the walls. Management is not going to go in between and look in the crawl spaces. They're going to look in your environment. The police are going to look in your environment. They're not going to look beyond it. This is and these guys are getting bolder and bolder. These are grown men, by the way, grown Guyanese men and American men with children, families. It's true thing they say. There's predators everywhere. There are predators everywhere. You drive down a street or walk down a street in any street in America, and you'll pass houses with predators living inside. People who would attack you in your home, in your sleep. They're predators. And whatever this drug is that's creating more and more of them, whatever the drug is that creates more and more of them, is getting worse. And it's not just a love of money, easy money. In my case, like I said, I know what triggered my situation. It's because of my grandma's stamps and my dad's shares that he had bought, including money in the bank. But you put all his assets together, it does not come close to what the worth of those stamps are. Whoever got a hold of the stamps, whether it's my cousin's daughter, whoever, or the cousin's husband, he has amassed a group of people because he likes to have fun. He's a predator. He's a fucking predator. He might have been a rapist. He might have been a child molester. He might have been I mean, this guy might have a past, a background of something. Something. A history of child molestation or statutory rape or something. Why I say this was that back in King City, California, Kanapka had sent me a list of guys, said that these are the guys next door friends. Most of them were Hispanic guys. And when I looked, well, I didn't pay much attention to it. I didn't know who these people were. But when I did a search, they were statutory rapists. Predators in King City. You'd be surprised at how many they were. And this is just a handful of how many were there. These guys probably did their time already because they were already, in a database. They did their time when they were just getting on. So, I don't know the real deal here. But those guys probably did their time and they got on. And these guys are now involved in this. They are now enjoying the fruits of what the predecessors enjoyed. It's not the act, it's not the woman, it's the act of overpowering her, the act of holding her down, the act of having that dominance over her, the act of making her feel hopeless and helpless. To you and I, we would not revel in these things. We would not even look at them because we can't stomach it. We get angry, we'll get up in someone's face, someone will get up in our face, we'll back down immediately because we're humans. These people are almost subhuman at this point. They're almost subhuman. You do not do this to an individual and then move to another individual, then another individual, or do several at the same time till they die or they commit suicide just to get it to stop. And claim that you're still operating or functioning at a normal human level. And you're not a god anymore. You're not a god, I should say anymore. You never were a god. You're not a demigod. You're not a semi-god. You're not any type of elevated human being with wings, or you could walk up walls or crawl down, crawl and walk on your eyeballs or do a handstand on one hand. Maybe you could, but a lot of people can do that who are not predators. There's nothing extraordinary about the human being. Just a wishy-washy, same lame-o, take a poop every day, put the pants on one leg at a time, average Joan and Jane and Joe. Just regular people. They're not gods. So to say that they're functioning, to keep doing this at a human level, you believe these people are still functioning as human beings? Or some real evil has taken them over? Now, adrenochrome, I believe, is one of the culprits here. They're messing with things they shouldn't mess with. Let's say that they go into somebody's head and they took stuff. Like, I don't know where they get it from. Is it the base of the skull? Or I don't know. I don't know where they get it from. But they're putting it in their mouth, I guess, or injecting it. I don't even know if it's a liquid or pieces of your flesh. I don't know what it is. I really don't. Whatever it is, I don't know, but it's driving them crazy. They're claiming, now, I wouldn't do it because I think it's a sin. It has blood in it. It's a bodily fluid. And it's just nasty. That is just nasty. I would not do it. It's just a nasty, nasty thing. I would not want to take it and put it on my tongue. But if people were to try it out just to see what the effects were, I guarantee you, take some, put it on my tongue, nothing will happen. Absolutely nothing will happen. It's like taking a chicken and taking a piece of it, whatever, and putting it on your tongue, like a raw meat, whatever. Nothing will happen. So I don't know if it's adrenochrome, really, or they're just using this adrenochrome craze as an excuse because they're really, really bad. I think the neural linking has a lot to do with it. Because I can hear them, and I'm sure they're in several different places, except for the ones who are around here. They're in different places, And they also have whatever this is, they can hear as well because they're chatting away. At work, they're chatting away, but they have the ability to turn theirs off and turn it on when something else important is going on around them. We are left completely at their mercy. They're chatting away all day long. The chatting is one, but every time they talk, I don't know if it's causing a problem for us. It might be causing a problem for them as well. I did not ask for this. I didn't ask for this. The lawsuit I have on my hands, they don't have money. My money can't pay them, can't pay me compensation because they don't have any of their own. They have menial jobs like what I have, 9 to 5. They get a paycheck every 2 weeks. And they won't be outside walking around to get me the paycheck every 2 weeks. So like they're paying me alimony. No. So with whatever this is, it's like I saw that this morning and I was going to take a video, but then it just kind of, by the time I stepped out, I didn't turn off the water. It was laying at the side, like on the water at the bottom, but I didn't get it. I'll do that again because I have some more in there. I'll put some in warm water. I'll work an experiment when I get home. And I'll put some in warm water, I'll put some in cold water and see how it settles at the bottom. And then you'll know what I'm thinking, what I'm saying. Because I made a video and I recorded the clear when I just brought it home from the store, how clear it was, crystal clear. And then after a couple of days, it had a yellowish tinge to it. Now, oxygen going in there, people open up the cap and they smell it all the time. They smell before they buy because they want a particular scent or something that they find pleasing. They don't just buy it like that. Everybody opens it and they smell it before they buy it. They used to seal the top. They don't do it anymore. They don't do it anymore. But anyway, I'm going to cut short the video. And these people are on this thing, whatever this is, 24 hours a day. I don't know if it's a microphone. I don't know what it is. 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day they're on this. And they're taking medical directives this morning. They're taking medical directives. I know they're going to set me up with something and I'm waiting for it. But they're going to wait until after they kill me and then bring it forth. Which shows the cowardice. Because they're just cowards. They're cowards. They're just yellow-bellied cowards who hiding behind a wad of money, basically, to keep them safe. They're dogs, hound dogs, gnawing at your bone. When you think of them, think of dogs. I was listening to the Bible yesterday, and it spoke of the people who washed their linen clean in the blood of the Lamb. They were inside like a pasture. They were washing their linen, washing their outer garments to clean it. And outside were the dogs. Now, some of those dogs were fortune tellers. I don't do that anymore. Fortune tellers. Witches or not witches. People who read your fortune. That's what they said. The dogs outside. People who conjure. Who tell your future. I don't do it anymore. I don't do it anymore, so I stopped. But it's also your murderers, in every way unrepentant. That's the word. Unrepentant. The unrepentant sinners outside. The dogs, they call them. The dogs. These people are unrepentant. People sin all the time and they fall down. There have been people who committed murder. They go to prison and they found a different way of life. This looks so bad. They found a different way of life. And they make some change. They made some changes. These people have no idea, no intention of changing. No intention of changing. And they want you to know that they are coming for you. This is how it works. Whatever this is like, I don't know if it's a disease. I have no idea what's wrong with them. But they like to talk and critique. Even now they're talking and they're critiquing. The Indian people, the Guyanese people of Indian descent, these people are bad. When I say bad, they're bad. They're probably country people. They don't really have any, they finish high school, yes, but they don't really have a lot of exposure to anything more than just a country culture. They don't have a lot that they could, use as a backdrop that will pull them back by their bootstrap to reality. So they're dug in deep into this. They're dug in deep, and this is going to be eventually what they'll claim when they get caught. This is all they know. And then they're going to blame whoever introduced them to it. This is all they know. When you are walking down the wrong path, you have to focus on something. They tell you focus on something that you used to do before, or you used to know, or some vision you have for the future to pull yourself out of it. They're going to claim they never had anything. So they went from just ordinary country life, then this whole, put them in the middle of a city where people are getting hurt, and they're the ones causing the pain, and they're getting some kind of pleasure from it, not to mention money. So they got pleasure, and then they have money. It's a bad combo for people who they would do anything for it. They feel like life is challenged enough without it. Like life is very challenging without any type of pleasure, because they have run-of-the-mill pleasure, daily pleasure. You get up, they meet a friend, they chat, but then you throw them whatever drug this is. That's one. It just alters their thinking. And then you have a lot of money coming at them. Suddenly they can buy things they can't afford. They can impress people who would not give them a second look before. And they have the support of the rest of the group who introduced them to this. And if they're crawling in celebrities' heads, they have that, any celebrity they had a crush on, and there they go. It's like a real thrill ride for them. But they don't have anything solid to fall back on. So it's like a do or die situation. They don't want anything else. They'll give up anything, even to the, down to the body parts if they have to just do whatever they're doing. They would do it. They would do it because they don't really have anything else that's comparable, or anything that's good or healthy, or anything that's fun that doesn't involve hurting anyone. Just a laugh to they share with their friends, watching a movie, or just some chit chat. Something profound. They don't have that kind of backdrop, that kind of background. When you're over here, there's more of a chance because there's lots of things that you're exposed to. But back there's not that many, especially if you're in the country. They don't have a lot. All they have is a simple country culture. So that's where they get to them. And a lot of them are not very wealthy. So the lure of the money. But they're bad people. They've been exposed to a lot of people's heads also, so they should have some balance of knowing what the person feels is right and what the person feels is wrong. I'm not making excuses, but I'm looking at how disgustingly bad they are, and I'm trying to find what is keeping them doing this. They're still human beings. What is keeping them doing this? What is holding them to this? What is it that's so alluring? And then there's so many other things out there. What is it that they're lacking, or they felt they lacked from the get-go, that they can't, just to right themselves? I don't know. Like a gap, something is missing.